Hello everyone, I'm Dante and yesterday I got this little lens. It's the Mandler 35mm f2 and I have chosen the aluminum one in silver. So basically in this video I just want to go over the build quality. I've chosen the accessory pack, so 2 lens hoods and a UV filter is included with the lens. This one is very plasticky and actually quite hard to disengage the little teeth. And as you can see, when you press it, it deforms a bit, which makes putting it on a bit harder actually. So here I'm actually quite struggling to put this on nicely. The aluminum one does go on a lot easier, but it wobbles. As you can see, it's very loose and it rattles on there. So I don't think that's very acceptable for such a product. I also noticed some marks on the front of the lens barrel, basically here around the filter thread. As you can see here, a very fine line that's actually went through the anodization layer. Here you can spot it again, just at some different angles. And also some minor scratches. I wiped down the lens and you can see how much dirt I pulled out of it. I just went here over the knurling a bit. And actually then I took a cloth because it was just too much. So here in the middle there was some kind of residue. I'm not sure, it was a bit, how to say it, not really like fat, but it was spreading around, so I had to clean that off. I can only imagine it's some kind of remnant from the production process. The mount, the bayonet of the M mount was also very dirty, as you can still see here. I did give it a wipe just now, but just some residue. And it's a lot shinier actually than on the product photographs. I did not imagine it to be this shiny. Just a little nitpick. It's just a bit loud for my liking. Another issue I have with it is the focusing mechanism. As you can see here and on the helicoid, you have quite a lot of grease actually here all around. And there are some spots that seem dry, like here. You can see there is no grease. Or is that where the cam goes? I'm not sure. But basically at around the middle, or at around the 2-meter mark, you can feel the shift in. It's just like overcoming a little hill here. If you can imagine it, like it builds up and then you overcome it and it goes back down. So I've seen some reviews comparing this lens in build quality to Voigtländer lenses, and I really can't agree with that. You won't get a Voigtländer with scratches, residue, or like marks on your mount and with focusing issues, because the focusing from time to time, I'm not sure why. Like I said, I just got this lens yesterday basically, and I already noticed sometimes it's a bit binding. It's like if you had like sand in your threads, for example. Very unpleasant to use actually. Then we have grease on the aperture ring, which I don't know why it's there. It's hard to make out. Here you go. Can you see that? Just here, there's grease. Here again, you can see it here. And it's slowly spreading, as you can see. It's slowly spreading. The more I'll turn the aperture, the more it will spread around, I imagine. So only time will tell. But of course a minus, because here dust will get in and cling to the grease. And these marks here on the front here, really deep ones, they went through the anodization. So quite disappointing. This lens hood, the plastic one, is also somehow bent out of shape, and the overall quality, I believe, does not represent the one pictured in the listing on their website. This part is just pressed in, so it's not very secure, and it's very stiff to depress. And like I said, here if you depress it, it will bend, deform even more, out of shape, so it's harder to put on. This one at least does not rattle, just because it's plastic, but the aluminum one is just terrible. You buy a Leica, and if you put this on, it doesn't make much sense, does it now? So yeah, sadly quite disappointing.